Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another comic book review. And today's review is going to be on The Lucent, Waking Dream by Michael Bancroft. This is another crowdfunded book through the ComicsGate scene on Indiegogo. And this book, I went into it completely blind. I had no idea what the story was about, what type of genre it was set in. I literally had no idea what it was going into this thing. And so, as I say that, I want to jump into the story and everything. And like my other review, we're going to be jumping into the story, the art, and then we're going to review the actual physical quality of the book. All right, so starting off with the story. Um, the story is actually very well written. Um, there's not a whole bunch of action. It is kind of a complete story, but um, it leads into going into the whatever the next book is. So it leads into a sequel, pretty much. Um, it's This book is a great launching pad for the next book. So this book, we are being introduced to the character, we're being introduced to the world, and the drama and the stuff that's going inside it. Um, we are learning about uh, what the significance of this person, Ella, the main character of the book. Um, and it's basically just laying down the ground rules of this world. And so it has a lot to do with dreaming. And so you kind of throughout the book you're going back and forth from the waking world to the dream world. And the dream world seems to be some type of training ground for this character. um, but I don't want to spoil the plot points for any of this. The type of genre this book is, I will kind of put it into like a, oh man, I really don't know what type of genre this thing would be in. It's not really superhero ish, but there are people that seem to have uh, superhero abilities and longevity of life, and so I don't know, like it kind of borderlines like a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of superhero. Um, it's an interesting mix of stuff. But overall, it's a very well written story. Um, a lot of plot is laid thick into this thing, but it's done in a way that is not overbearing, and it introduces you to the world of the Lucent. And so I actually enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the second book of this thing. But if you guys are looking for something that is action packed and just full of, fights and stuff like that, this is not what this book is. This is like I said again, it's a great launching point for the next book. Um, and you get introduced to a lot of cool characters and ideas. And so I enjoyed this book. Good job, Michael Bancroft, or whoever wrote it. And looking forward to the next one. All right, so now let's talk about the art. Starting with the cover. I absolutely hate this cover. I really feel that this is probably the worst cover I've seen throughout of all of ComicsGate. It and the reason I say that is just because of like just how the character looks right here. It's not highly detailed. The pose is the pose is all right. The pose is actually pretty decent, but it doesn't tell you really anything about this book. It just shows this person is about to face plant off a building, and that's it. and then there's these large overtone like these. It's just very thick with all the greens and all that stuff. So I really just did not like this cover. And actually, this cover was the reason why I almost did not back it. I waited until like the absolute last minute to back this thing because I wasn't going to at first. And uh I remember the closing stream or one of his closing streams. Um I decided to back it then because Bancroft he put in a lot of work to this, and you can see the struggles and stuff he went through with what you see the stuff that he's posted on Twitter, um, and the stuff he talked about on his show. So you could tell that he cares about this book. This has been his baby for years, and so I had to ignore this cover and just remember the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. And then Joe, the Glorious Thunder Buns, was also involved in this thing, and so that was another selling point for me because Joe Joe has great taste and he has great work ethic as well. And so I trust whatever project that he's attached with. And so he was another big reason why I actually just went ahead and bought the book. And I'm actually glad that I did because this cover turned me like it was nerd repellent for me. Like I was not into it at all. Um, but besides the terrible cover, the insides, the actual art style that's done by Michael Bancroft himself is good. Like the interiors of this book are really good. I like this art style, and this is just the first page. You see all the different, um, like the different settings and stuff. I like the panel layouts that he decided to use. The characters break out of the panels in certain areas. It's done extremely well. I am a huge fan of this artwork. It gives it gives it kind of like a dark and gritty vibe to it, especially like with these dark green hues and all that. Um, yeah, just great. I am a huge fan of this art style. I really didn't think I was gonna like it because of this, but the the insides of this book are much better than the outside, and it's just good, man. You get these cool things like this dude. I don't even know what this guy is, but he's protecting our main character when she's a kid, and he I don't know. He could do some crap with water, and he hides her somehow through that stuff. And I have an idea who this guy is. I don't want to spoil it, but um, I think I know who he is. But anyways, yeah. So this is cool stuff. I'm just gonna show off the art, not talk too much about it. But look, this is a beautiful city landscape, just extremely well done. And I'm not going to spoil this next part. That's for you guys to read the book, but I want to show off some of the other stuff. So, all right, we'll just pick it back up right here. Yeah. So I skipped all the other stuff because it was pretty. Those are some of the action sequences that I didn't want to spoil for you guys. Um, but yeah, and so yeah, that the cover, gosh, man, it was just freaking terrible. But these interiors are great. I really like it. Bancroft, you actually do a real good job, like with the faces and stuff. Like she's a very pretty character, and the detail that you put on the faces of these people, it actually fits real well. I enjoy it. Yeah. So A plus on the art. I'll give you a 0 on the cover though. Um, all right. So now the last category, the quality of the book, the actual physical quality of the book. The quality is good. It's top notch. It's durable. I don't know what type of stock it is, but the cover, despite the ugly art, but the actual cover, it has like this kind of, I don't know what you would call that, but you can see the reflection right there. Some parts are glossy, some parts are kind of like a matte finish, and that's pretty cool. I like covers like that. Um, Graham Nolan's The Canoe had a similar type of cover like that, and it's just cool, real cool. The paper quality is good. It's perfect bound. You can see right there, bam, and you got a decent amount of pages. The inside are all glossy, as we shown before, and the quality is top notch. And so along with this book, I it also I also got the preview ash can for the next one. The preview ash can was actually pretty cool, but the cover again, man, like Bancroft, get someone else to do your covers, because goodness, like this cover, I would say even this cover is more terrible than this one. It's yeah, like it doesn't show nothing. It doesn't depict anything, and there's too much green. Nothing really pops out, and I don't know. This guy kind of pisses me off. Like it feels like I'm being challenged by this guy. Yeah, it's like some douchebag at the bar just grabbing his girl. He's like, "What you looking at my girlfriend for?" Like that. That's the type of vibe that I get from this cover. But anyways, despite the cover, again, the insides are actually very good, and I'm gonna just flip through it real quick. This is stuff to the next book. You see cool little action sequence right here. This is like a little 8-page ash can. I love stuff like this. Um, and it's not ash can size. It's the what is it, 8 by 11, and but I like this stuff. It's a preview to the next book. Great job. It also came with a couple prints. And everything is actually good quality. Like the paper is good quality and all that stuff. But these are prints. This is the cover, the ugly cover, and then you have these two. I don't know why you didn't go with, one of these as the cover instead. I think this would have been a much better cover, or even possibly this too. But most likely this one. Yeah, yeah. Get some help with your covers, Bancroft. But overall, excellent book. I enjoyed reading it, and it got me excited and invested for the next book, which is called Painted Death. So I'm looking forward to the Painted Death. You did a great job setting the groundwork. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna leave Bancroft's YouTube channel and links and stuff in the description. Go check them out. Um, I don't think this campaign is open anymore, but he will be doing the next one pretty soon. So you could probably get the catch up tier that he'll put on that. But yeah, that's the end of the review. Thank you guys for dropping by, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.